Alrighty, good morning everybody. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday, so we know that easily 4s and 5s of you are anxiously awaiting the outcome of this, the draw 17 of the 2026 Kayser Mixed GNCC Championship 5 and Under Bonspiel. My name is Alan. I'll be here all day telling you the rest of the results as these 12 teams work down to the final 4. And with me operating the controls is...
Hi, I'm Dylan.
So we're here, and to cover this, as we said, this is draw 17. This is the A and B semifinals. Of these 8 teams, one of them will be qualifying to go to the United States National Championships for 5 and Under curling, which will be held at Granite City Curling Club in Seattle in late April. But we won't actually be covering the teams that are in the chase for that right now, because we'll be showing them later on today. Today we're focusing on the B semifinals. That would be the teams they have lost once in this tournament, but they are still competing for a very nice trophy, if I may say so myself. And, you know, that's always good. So teams are doing their slides and flips and all that sort of thing. We'll let you know who's got what stones as soon as we know. We'll be focusing this on the B sheet, which is the Schenectady and Albany 5-team Big Park Energy. Robyn Signorelli, Luke Lagace, Sharon Hawley, and Mike Nothnagel against the Mount RushMO team from Triangle 2. Kiera O'Donnell, Brian O'Donnell, yes, they're married. Michelle Moran and Pat Moran. Hey, they are also married, conveniently enough. Little piece of information, the Triangle 2 team has already qualified for the National Championships. So, teams have done their flips. The first rocks are on their own. We will let you know what's going on as soon as we find out. They're getting ready to throw their first stone over here. It is going to be a yellow stone, and it's being thrown by a Big Park. So Schenectady has the yellow stones, Triangle has the red, and the hammer. So first stone of the game is underway. Called for a center guard, and we'll go from there. Our other games going on this. The other B semifinal is occurring on sheet C. You can watch that on the other half of this stream. Controlled Burn from Albany 2 against the Everglides from Potomac 2. That's the other B semi. The winners of these 2 games will be playing each other in the finals in a few hours. The losers will be eliminated. Out on sheet A and D, which you can watch on our companion stream, are the A semifinals. You'll be seeing all 4 of those teams also at noon, because the winners will be playing for the championship, the losers will be playing for the D event finals, the 3rd place event basically. That over on sheet A is Joshua T against Yosemite B Curlers, and sheet D, Gates of the Arctic against Mount Rushmore. Triangle's first stone is on its way. It was asked to be brought into the house. They are sweeping it, even though it feels to me like it might be going a little fast. No, actually it hung on very nicely out in the outer 12. So we have a yellow guard out front that it appears that Robyn, the skip for Schenectady, is asking her lead, Mike Nothnagel, to draw behind it, I believe. She is also perfectly happy with a tap in, if I read the shots correct. Stone is on its way. It's gonna be a tap up. It's gonna be at a little bit of an angle. That's okay. Not going to bury it behind the cover as a result. It has looked up just like it's basically splitting the 12-foot, or splitting the T-line rather, out in the 8-foot just behind. So Mount RushMO is looking to take that stone out. That would be Pat Moran. These are all 5 and Under curlers, which means this is their 5th or fewer full season of curling. Season of curling being defined as whether they curled in 10 competitive games or programs over the course of their previous season. Gets a little bit weird because of the 2021 season, which was a COVID thing. So that was a very nice little, it didn't take the stone out, but what it did do, and I think this was actually the plan, it tapped that yellow stone back a little bit and then rolled behind the center guards. That was actually a very well executed shot early in the game by the Triangle 2 team. So they've actually got a stone sitting in the 4-foot in the back, and going from there. And for those of you joining in who may have any questions, we're going to attempt to give score updates on all 4 sheets as available. And as we said, you can watch if you want to watch the A and D sheets, that's on the other stream, which can be found off the Pro PC webpage or our YouTube home. And also, if you have any questions about anything, you can feel free to type it into our chat, and we will notice that and answer it as we can. Alrighty. Michelle Moran from Mount RushMO is in the hack, getting ready to throw her stone. Yellow has that pack of 2 just behind the tee. It looks like she's being asked to deal with that. They're sweeping it hard for a line, trying very hard to keep it straight. Put some good energy into the system. The stone is cutting pretty sharp. It does get past the guard. Makes contact, not enough to move the stone out. Does break them up a little bit. Actually, they might have actually preferred to not have broken it up. It's going to be very hard to get them both out now. I do think they moved the second one to where the red stone that's over in the 12-foot is actually probably the number 2, so it does at least cut down. Now that's my guess based on what I'm seeing on the camera, because I am at the far end of the sheet, but I feel like the yellow stone is slightly out of the rings, whereas the red stone is completely in, so I'm pretty comfortable. Big Park Energy. Second, Shannon Holly throwing her second stone of this cold morning. It is a balmy 12 degrees here in Potomac, Maryland today, so ice conditions are probably a little frosty. But our ice crew was doing some good work this morning. Everything looks like it's been pretty true so far. They went and put that in as it's a scoring guard. It may or may not be second shot. It's probably a little short to be second shot, but not by much. Certainly not enough to be a problem. The primary purpose was put there for is to be a guard anyhow, and it is definitely a guard. So it looks like Mount RushMO second, Michelle Moran, is being asked to peel that guard. And looks like she's going to execute that. Yep, chipped it out very nicely. The shot stone rolled over to the side, not all the way out, so it is kind of guarding that outside stone a little bit, but it's not really a problem. Okay, so you may see a clock that just showed up on the screen there. These games are on a tight time limit. In order for us to get through this entire 36-team Bonspiel on time, the teams had 2 hours to play. That started at 8 o'clock sharp. At the end of that 2 hours, it's finished the end you're on, and that is your game. So as long as teams 2 hours for an 8-end game is generally about enough. Oh, a hog stone. Something didn't go the way they wanted that there for Big Park Energy's first vice stone. That would have been Lagace. Came up short of the hog. Not sure if it was just a unfortunate delivery error, or it didn't look like he picked up anything up on the ice. So I think he just wasn't expecting the conditions to be quite as slow as they are this morning. Although that was the first stone that seemed to have problems, so it may have been a mechanical error. Who knows? Brian O'Donnell getting ready to throw his first stone of the day. Again, they're trying to keep that going pretty straight. Looks like they're going to make contact with the top of the 2. Yep, and oh, just missed the double. Did not get the roll behind the guard. Well, they're partially behind the guard. It's probably about a third covered on the inside. All of our other games are working their way through. And I believe Dylan has been able to quite efficiently get the colors and hammers updated on the scoreboards. Good job. I have no idea how you picked that information up that quick. It's as though he's observant or something.
I mean, it helps when, at least for 2 of the sheets, I can tell pretty quick because they're Potomac teams.
That is true. That does help. There are a couple Potomac teams on the ice here. We also have teams from Schenectady Curling Club, Schenectady and Albany, to be honest. They're signed up. They're officially noted as Schenectady, but 2 of their players are from Albany. One's from Albany, one's a cross member. We talked about it a little bit before the draw. And then Triangle 2 is, strangely enough, from Triangle. They're the team that has already qualified for nationals, so they'll be going to Seattle in about 2.5 months. The Mount RushMO team. And then we also have teams on sheet from Broomstones in A and Albany, and Triangle has 2 teams in this draw. Philadelphia is also represented here. And I'd like to welcome our guru of all things web streaming, Ken Clark, to the broadcast, if he can get his headset working right.
Yep, just
You're in?
Yep.
We got you. Welcome to the show, Ken. So it's still very early here in the Bonspiel, or not the Bonspiel, in the draw of the Bonspiel. It's getting very late in the Bonspiel. As I said, we're down to the final 12 teams. 8 of them are here. 4 of them will be playing in a couple hours in the C semis, and then 6 of these teams and 2 of those teams will be playing in our finals in 4 hours. We're getting that close to the end.
Yep, a lot of teams in this Bonspiel means lots of draws, and it means this A event morning draw, which I don't remember ever doing before in a Bonspiel.
That is very unusual, but schedules is as schedules is. Interesting fight going on over on sheet A, which you could be seeing on our secondary screen. The link is available off YouTube. There's a lot of stones. Yellow could put up a huge number if they could figure their way around that very well buried red stone in the just basically touching the button, and that end is getting on to skip stones. So we'll see some action going on over there. Turning back to our feature sheet here, B, we got nothing in the middle. We got 3 in the outside. I'm pretty sure red is currently sitting 2. And we're getting ready to throw the first red skip stone. Is that a true statement? Yes. So, red skip, Kiera O'Donnell from Triangle 2. Triangle in North Carolina, incidentally, for those who don't know. Down from the Triangle cities, which is Winston-Salem, Charlotte, and the other one. And Dylan's leaving me hanging.
I have no idea. I don't know geography of the Carolinas well enough.
Somebody on the stream who knows these things, type something. Okay. But basically, the club is in the middle of the triangle between those 3 cities, which was actually a very intelligent decision in terms of grabbing from all 3 areas so that they can maximize their membership down in North Carolina, which originally, when they first opened up, was kind of thought as that's going to have a hard time going because North Carolina is not what you think of when you think of winter sports hotbed. But actually, they're a very successful team, and or a very successful club, rather, and they've got their sheets now and a very nice facility. They host events on a regular basis and excellent Bonspiels. And their skip just went through the house, unfortunately, with their first stone. So yellow has an opportunity to draw something into the middle and spoil what is probably right now red 2 with a draw for 3. Kiera is taking a look at the line, discussing it with her vice and also husband Brian. Looks like the shot that she has in mind is the draw to behind the cover, trying to get basically, it's not real, it's just to our left of the center line. Be perfectly happy probably with putting this, with getting this. She's primarily concerned about getting it behind the guard, frankly. She wants to make the removal as difficult as possible. So slide is on the way. Pretty good stabilized form. Lots of spin on the stone, which is a wonderful practice.
Over on sheet D, that's a yellow hammer coming in.
Yellow
I'm not.
hammer coming in.
I guess they're trying to hit the red in the back, but
Yeah, because if they do, it's for a bunch. The stone is on its way. It's gonna make some contact. It's moving. It did not quite get it out, but yellow scores probably 2. Yep, they're kicking stones. So yellow 2 over there on sheet D.
sheet C, hammer in progress.
Sheet C, hammer.
Just a draw and a little heavy. Will it stop?
A little heavy. It's for a second yellow. If it stops, it does not. Yellow 1, so the Everglides are going to go up 1-0 on sheet C over controlled burn. All right, here comes the hammer on B. Kiera, ODonnell, get ready to throw that. I think I previously said that Kiera was the skip of the other team. I was wrong. Kiera O'Donnell's stone is on the way. It's just a clear draw for a third point. They basically have to get fully into the 12-foot. Feels a little heavy to me, maybe. Hard to say.
And on sheet A, we're the last red rock.
Okay, and nope, it was actually just right, so that's a big number for Mount RushMO to go up 3-0 early on. And we're getting ready, as Ken just said, to throw the final stone on A. That would be Broomstones, the...
Those might be curlers.
Exactly. Getting ready to throw against red, almost certainly 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see the one in the red. Okay.
Yeah, There's a red. There's a red in the red. There's a red in the white. Then there's a yellow that is
just out counting.
just out counting the other red. Yeah. So yellow. It's gonna be tough to get to that red that's currently shot to remove it. So it's either they're going for a better draw, which would also be a heck of a thing. It'd be a solid button shot, or they may just be accepting the cut down and taking a steal of 1, which first end, it's not the end of the world. Big important thing is they want to make sure that it gets to at least the inner side of the 8-foot to at least cut down to 1. Stone's on the way. The sweepers are on it. That is Broomstone's only representative at this spiel. Playing against Potomac 4, currently sitting the 2. Stone's on the way. The sweepers are sweeping it hard. It looks like it's cutting. Is it going to get past that first guard? It is not. It ticks off that first guard. No additional damage, but it is definitely red 2. Joshua T goes up 2-0 against Yosemite B. Curlers. All right, that's the first end in the books. So all first ends got in the books in about 16 minutes. That's a little slower than ideal as a pace for this, but it's okay. They should be fine to get their games in. If they keep this pace up, they should be fine to get their games in on the 2-hour clock. So that should be all right. So, welcome for those of you that may have just recently tuned in to this draw 17 of the Kayser Bonspiel, the Grand National Curling Club 5 and under mixed team championships. These are 2 men and 2 women per team, and they are competing for berths at the USCA 5 and under National Championship in April. Which will be occurring in Seattle. Probably be a little bit warmer there. If it's colder, I think Seattle would probably collapse because I don't think Seattle's built to deal with 10-degree temperatures. So the 5 and under National Championships is a relatively new thing on the national calendar. It was actually started at the behest of U.S. Olympic gold medalist John Schuster shortly after the 2018 gold, where he was basically, he wanted to kind of invigorate the new curler scene, get them into the competitive flow or whatever. So they started this event out, and it has brought some significant changes to the 5 and under scene. It used to be just regions had a couple of bonspiels here and there for 5 and unders as kind of a, hey, new curlers, come do a thing. Now there's dozens of them. It's kind of crazy. 24 of them around the country. The winners, well, 23 of the winners of the qualifying bonspiels get berths at the 24 team U.S. Nationals. That 24th team is allocated to the host club, so some club from Seattle got in the easy way. We have messages from the chat. Hello, Sue Mitchell. Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill. Excellent. And they moved around a lot, and 400 members down at the Triangle Curling Club. That's even more than we have, I think. Great job, Triangle, and thank you for the information, Sue.
Normal, a little less relaxed.
Working our way through this second end here with Mount RushMO up 3-0 after a successful 3 in the first end. Big Park Energy currently has a stone exposed on the top of the button. I think they were trying to draw a guard in front of it. This stone is likely to go through. Yep, it slid all the way through. So Shannon Hawley's second stone did go a little heavier than anticipated. That does leave a fairly straightforward hit attempt for Mount RushMO's second, Brian O'Donnell. Where's this pad? I'm sorry, it's the first Vice stone for those guys. I can't count. This is the 5th stone, so that's Brian O'Donnell, the Vice, Mount RushMO. Stone's on the way. Looks like they've definitely got the hit. They're trying to control the roll. They're going to lose the shooter also. They did not quite get the double out the back. So yellow is still laying 1 over here in the back, 12-foot on our right-hand side. So Robyn asking Luke, or Vice, to draw in behind that red cover. It's a fairly open end on this sheet. Some fairly straightforward, quick decision making, which is very good. One of the important skills for all teams to learn, but particularly 5 and unders, is for the skips to make a decision and go with it if you can. The stone's going to be a little bit heavy and is going to be swept through the house. Yep, okay. So Mount RushMO has an opportunity to make a decision what they want to do here. Looks like they're choosing to draw in behind that center guard. That's an aggressive play. It's a little dangerous because if they leave that out there, yellow could potentially put themselves in a situation to take 2 or maybe even more. If they had chosen to take out that yellow stone in the back, they were probably on their way to a blank end, which would serve their purpose as well with the lead. But it's too early in the game to really play the scoreboard like that. This stone looks like it was left out a little bit wide. It's not cutting back the way they were hoping, I don't think, and it might be a little heavy. It is definitely a little heavy. The other team's skip is just getting ready to get on it and has brought it through. No problems there. So that's the danger of that shot. Missed that, and now yellow has an opportunity to decide what they want to do with what will probably be a second scoring stone. Looks like Robyn asked Luke to put a high scoring stone up in the top 12 foot, splits the house, guards a draw line. It's a good overall smart stone to play with the sixth stone at the end, frankly. This is gonna be deeper than the top 12. It's gonna be just on the tee, I think. Yes. Pretty much bisects the tee in the 4 foot, completely exposed. Looks like Kiera is going to go for that hit. I'm sure she would love as a second goal to roll behind that center line guard, or at least over towards it. If she happens to hit this in such a way that the double on the two yellows happens, that's cool too. But that would be a difficult shot to make. So I don't think her plan is to attack that like that at the moment. All right, we got skip stones going on in pretty much all of the games here in this second end. Sheet A game is a couple stones behind, but even they're doing fine on time. All right, the stone on B is on its way. They're trying to push it in. Looks like they're going to get the hit, but they're probably going to lose the shooter. Yep. So yellow still has that one in the back 12 and the hammer. So Robyn is going to attempt to throw her first skip stone. She'd like it behind the guard. It seems to me she's asking for a lot. Okay, she just brought the broom in a little bit, and then actually Brian brought it in even more. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not Brian, that's Luke. So they're looking to draw in top 12, top 8 behind that center guard. Over on sheet C, we have a quite busy house, all behind the tee. Red is lying one. That's controlled burn. As we're getting ready for them to throw their first skips stone, they have hammer this end. There's a big old chunk of granite supporting that red, but that red is most of it's yellow. So if yellow could figure out how to get rid of that red, they could be in a position to put up a big number.
But red has hammer.
Red does have hammer. Okay, that yellow stone by Robyn Signorelli came into the house in the top 8. It did not duck in behind the cover. I just don't think the stones are curling quite as much as she anticipated. So red skip Kiera O'Donnell from the Triangle Curling Club is going to take that out. I'm sure she'd be very happy to roll that behind the guard to a position where the hit's going to be difficult. Over on sheet C, controlled burn did throw a second scoring stone. It is exposed. So it looks like yellow's plan based on this broom placement is to draw to a freeze on it, or alternatively get over in front of it and get in front of that big mess in the back there, which would make that yellow stone pretty impenetrable. All right, our sheet B stone is on its way. It's going for the hit, looking for some roll. It looks like it's going to hit on the outside, roll out, does not get the double, does roll to a position where it is currently shot. However, it is exposed fully out there on our left-hand side, halfway into the 8. A nose hit will score 2 for yellow. The only thing she really has to worry about is if she misses it, she gives up 1, or if she rolls out, she only scores 1.
So last yellow coming in on sheet C, trying to sweep hard to get it into the counting position.
They're sweeping hard. They've got the length, I think. They want it to, they'd love to get it to a free, oh, this is going to be
perfect.
beautiful. That's,
yep.
You could do that better, but I'm not sure how.
No way to get that yellow out of there.
No, but red, and frankly, red was going to have a hard time outscoring it, really, because it'd be a tough draw to it. But I do think that if red draws to their red in the back there, I think they would probably outcount.
Hammer on D. Looks a little heavy, but maybe it'll rub off their... Oh, well.
No, it just did a replace, but that does improve their stone slightly, so red is going to score that 1 to bring that to a 2-1 score.
So is this hammer on sheet B? Yes.
So they're looking for the hit and stick there to get their 2.
Oh, looks got a little wide.
It is a
not
little
gonna
wide.
stick.
It's going to hit. Well,
oh,
yeah,
right, sticks in. Right.
Got enough of it.
Yeah.
So yellow comes back with a 2 to make that a 3-2 game after 2. Mount RushMO from triangle 3.
Last red rock on sheet A.
Last red rock on sheet A. Yellow has the hammer. No, red. Yeah, yellow has the hammer after that red steal of 3 in the first end. That red stone is gonna be a little deep, but it does put 3 in there.
But all backing. So.
Yeah, that gives yellow a straightforward-ish shot. C.
I don't know why they're even thinking about it.
C did not get there. I don't think the yellow stone got there. I think red scored. I'm not 100% sure. They started moving the stones before I really got a good look. I'm looking to see whose stone gets pushed to the hack.
Yellow.
Yeah, yellow stone was getting pushed to the hack. So yep, yellow did steal at least 1 over there.
I don't think there would have been more than 1. So yeah.
Probably right there, Ken. All right. So here comes the hammer on A. Looking to just basically draw better than those 3 reds in the back. I mean, that's that. And really, if they sit on any of those 3, well, if they sit on any of the first 2 of those 3, it'll be good enough. Sweeping it a little bit to keep it clean. Make sure everything's okay. It's looking fine. It's certainly got the distance. They're gonna, ooh, I don't know. They're taking a look. Dylan's pretty sure yellow won. They're still taking a look. Okay, they've got an agreement. Yep, that's yellow won. So Yosemite Curlers cuts that to 2-1 after 2. "31 minutes into our 2-hour window for these games, and they're all starting the third end. So teams are doing quite well by this stage of the Bonspiel, keeping on track. Good job.
And they did hang. It was a steal of 1 for the Everglides on sheet C.
That's how that worked out. So they're up 2-0 in that B semifinal. Just a reminder for those of you who may have tuned in a little bit late. These teams are all in the A or B event semifinals of this event. The teams in the A, which are playing out on sheet A and D because they'll be playing in the final round on sheet B or C later this afternoon, are competing for the GNCC Championship 5 and under mixed curling. Those teams are from Potomac, Broomstones, Triangle, and Philadelphia. The winner of that will end up going to the National Championships at Granite City Curling Club April 22nd to 26th in Seattle, Washington. Over here in the middle, we have the teams that are fighting for the B. They can't win the tournament, but they can get a cool trophy for, you can argue 2nd place or you can argue 5th place, depending how you look at it. Either way, it doesn't matter. Regardless, they are still very much in the mix for some solid bragging rights. And those would be teams from Schenectady, Triangle, Albany, and Potomac. And that Triangle 2 team on our feature sheet here, the ones throwing the Redstones in this game, they've already qualified for nationals. So they're going anyhow. They won the Cool Duck qualifying Bonspiel back, I think that was about 2 months ago, if I remember my calendar correctly. So they're playing to get some experience and more practice and get ready for nationals. These B bracket games in the semifinals, it is win or go home time for them. So the winners will be going on to the B finals at noon today. The losers will be done. Out on sheets A and D, the A event semis. The winners will be competing for the Spiel Championship at noon, and the losers will be competing for the D event finals, the consolation game, third place, also at noon. And so all 4 of those teams know that they have one more game after this one.
Not at noon. I think it's not till 1:30.
1:30?
Okay.
Okay.
Because we've got the middle.
Yeah.
Normally our last finals are at noon, but not today.
They're also doing a full scrape between the 10-15 draw and the finals.
Oh, marvelous. Okay. So I've got the situation right in terms of who's playing what, but win, a little sketchy. It's okay. Nice tap double. I don't know that was completely what they had in mind on sheet B, but it did remove 2 yellow stones. Actually, it probably was what they had in mind because that was red who did it. So clean house as we are moving on to the seconds stone for Schenectady, second Shannon Holly. And we're just going to take a moment here while we're working through the third end to plug one of our event sponsors, the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, which will be occurring at this Potomac Curling Club in March 19 to 22nd, 2026. This year, there are still registration spots available. If more than 32 teams sign up, the spots will be filled by lottery. If you are interested in coming to this facility and playing in one of the longer standing bonspiels in the GNCC, the Cherry Blossom, go to www.curldc.org and sign up your team. We've been promised it'll be a monster of a good time. Red attempting to take that top guard and use it to do some damage in the house again. They did take out one of those 2 yellow stones that were in the house. The one that was shot is still there. It's also pretty well buried. It's got a sliver of exposure out on the left-hand side. It's probably reachable, but it would be it's a challenging shot. So yellow is sitting 1 and is currently throwing, trying to decide what they want to do about it. Did I see that right? Did Robyn choose to guard? Choosing to guard that red?
Yeah, since Red's already made a couple run-back hits, I think she's afraid they're going to do the angle angle run on that one.
It's a fair concern. Stone feels a little heavy for that.
Yeah, it might end up tapping it back a little. As long as it shuffles it around a little, it could still work. Actually, it might curl over on the other.
I think it's going to curl over on that top guard now that I see the line it's taken. If it even gets there. Wow, that bit a lot. Okay, it's going to pop it back a little bit. That actually increases the coverage on that yellow shot stone. So I don't know if you heard that on the voiceover, but was asked how much of that yellow stone can you see, and the response was less than 10%. That's usually not enough to go for it unless you're desperate, and it's early enough in the end that Mount RushMO is not desperate yet, so they're gonna tap up, I guess, or are they going for the slash?
Not a lot of weight.
No. Only one sweeper on it, though, so they're kind of happy with it. They're trying to bring it in a little, I think. I think they're gonna make contact, but not enough to do anything with. Okay.
So that previous Yellowstone that swung a lot at the end, they did their little rock sharpening last week, and since then, if you don't get a good amount of handle on your rock, it'll do that on the end on a low weight.
Yeah, if you don't have a very positive handle, that can definitely happen, and it looks like that's what kind of bit them there. Although I think if it hadn't cut like that, I think it would have been a clean miss because they really only just barely brushed their target stone. Does give them an interesting option or two for a later stone, depending. But before they get to make that decision, Robyn Signorelli is getting ready to throw her first stone, down 3-2. Currently sitting shot, trying to figure out how she can improve that situation. Looks like she's either going to try to put a guard on top of it, which might be overkilly. Although defending one, that's not a horrible idea. Or she might be trying to tap it up, which would also be an interesting idea. Quite get the, I'm judging that based off nothing but the broom line. Okay, judging from the reaction from the vice, she tossed it a little bit wide at this release. The weight's light and the scrubbers are on it. Okay, it's gonna be a guard if it's over the hog, which it is not. Just barely hogged, so I think she was attempting to cover the line because to keep red from doing what they're just about getting ready to do, which is they're going to.
They're trying to hit the shot rock just with a down weight hit, like a hack weight or backline weight. Are
they trying to do it direct, or do you think they're coming in off their red?
Well, that broom, well, unless they're going to throw normal weight, that broom, I think they're. We'll see when they throw the weight.
Fair point. I would be asking for a lot of cut late to get there with enough to move that yellow, because they got to move that yellow a solid 10 feet in order to get it out.
Really, they just need to move it right to a few feet where they can hit it with another rock, potentially, but.
True. It could be a two-stone play. Let's see what Kiera has in mind. She's coming out of the hack now. That feels like a boardish weight hit. She's got one sweeper on it, primarily line sweep as opposed to length sweep. Came up. They're fairly happy with it. They're trying to push now. Did they get there? They got to contact, but all it did was bury it worse. Well, actually, that may not be true. That may have been a result of the camera angle that I'm looking at. It's more exposed on the right now than it was on the left previously.
Yeah, I mean, if you had a left-hand thrower, it's more exposed. If a right-hand thrower, it may be a little less exposed. So.
The whole in-turn-out-turn thing, God only knows. But yellow is still very definitely sitting one, and it's in a pretty well-defended shot. It's gonna be really difficult for red to make two out of this. Yellow getting ready to throw their last stone of the end. Feels like Robyn is looking to guard the situation up and just kind of lock that one in, which is a viable call.
Over on sheet D, this is the yellow hammer just being thrown.
Yellow hammer on D. She's looking for a draw. If she touches white paint, she gets 4. This is kind of heavy for a draw, though. I don't know. Well, on the other hand, she must know that she knows the ice better than I do, because it looks like it's gonna come in, and as long as it brushes that a little to do a little scrub, yep, that gets the job done. That's a 4 for yellow to go up 6-1.
So last yellow on sheet B.
Yep, it's coming in. Definitely, she was trying to play that guard to lock her scoring stone in to where red would just have a basically forced draw for 1.
Or the double run back.
Or the double run back, but that would be risky as heck. Okay, that's a perfectly viable guard. That guards that very well. So basically, red's options, as Ken just said, they could do the double run back, and they're taking a look at it. It's actually lined up pretty well. The only issue that they have is it's not a straight run back. If they do a straight run back with enough force, they probably lose that red stone. It still gets them 1, which is something.
So hammer coming in on sheet C. Also just a draw here, I believe.
Yeah, it would be a draw for 4 if they execute it. They're gonna. It's a little heavy, but the scrubbing speed. Nope, they lose the shooter. They score 3, which is enough to bring them up 3-2.
Yep.
After 3. All right, here comes the hammer.
The double run back. Let's see. Always fun to watch this.
Always fun to see how that goes. Judging from the Vice's broom, they're expecting about one stone of curl over the sheet. Feels a little wide at the moment.
No,
it's
it's
not.
It's
Never mind.
overcurling.
It is. It overcurled. And tap, and through. Yellow steals 1. We got a tie game after 3, folks.
So over on sheet A, it's last yellow rock. They're just lining up for a run back on their yellow? Yeah.
Sure, because at the moment, red is shot. Yellow has the second stone in the back 8. And yellow is down 2-1. Still early for that. It's too early in the game for that to be a real problem. But they are definitely trying the run back. They're going to have the contact. Is it going to do what they want to? It's going back. It's going back. Is it going to jam? Is it going to? Oh, what did that do? I don't know. I don't know if that red stone is, well, red still has hammer.
Yeah.
Red is certainly 1. No question there.
It's definitely biting. The other one's biting because their camera looks under the rock. If you don't see any white, it's absolutely biting.
Well, I see white is the thing. So I don't know. It's questionable. It's hard to say.
Even if you see a tiny bit of bite in white, it's still biting because of the way the camera looks.
Probably true.
Yeah, I think on A, I think red has a draw for 3 here.
Okay, which would they certainly have 2. 0 question. They've got 1. They probably have 2, and now it's a draw for 3. And Yellowstone is definitely out of the house. So it is a situation where Joshua T could take, and Josh Day, by the way, could take a commanding lead in this game.
D is how he pronounces his last name.
Yes.
Oh, we have a no tick rule violation on sheet D.
Whoops. That draw on A is on its way. They're scrubbing it hard. I don't know if they've got it yet. That's coming nice.
Do.
Yeah, they do. Okay, that they scrubbed that very well. Got it in. It's certainly 2, and they've got a consensus, which probably means 3. So it's probably 5-1 over there on sheet A.
And Zelina's hanging right now.
Hanging on. Yep. So that's a 5-1 lead over there in that A semifinal. So both of the A semifinals are a little one-sided at the moment, but there's still plenty of curling left, so can't make any guarantees yet. And our games here in the B event, the semifinals, are both one's tied, one's a 1-point game. As we go into the pivotal 4th end. At this stage, they're all pivotal. Red leads second stone from the triangle Mount RushMO team. That would be Pat Moran. He's coming in. If he gets it past the guard, he's going to bury nicely. He's past the guard. Is he going to get into the house? Is he going to get into the house? He's got a bite. He's got a solid bite. It's not shot, but they have, yes, they have hammer, so that's a well-placed stone. They got plenty of time to deal with that yellow stone over on the other side later if they need it. Excuse me. Robyn Signorelli looking to draw a stone in behind that cover. It's got a good looking line, but I think it's short. It's going to be another center guard at the moment, it appears. Which she doesn't have the hanger. Okay, she's happy with it. She didn't want to come in. She wanted that center guard, so she got exactly what she asked for. Red looking at options. They can take care of that yellow shot that's stone right now because it is exposed, and if they flop over it behind the cover, that would be the ideal shot. She's still outside the stone. Felix, yep, that's got the hit, and oh, actually it did stick. So red has two, just nibbling the top of the 12-foot, which is actually a really good place to be when you have the hammer this early in the end. The center's very guarded by two yellows, and that's actually what Robyn is asking for her second Shannon Holly to deal with, to take advantage of, rather, at the moment. Feels like it might have been placed a little wide, but it's starting to come nicely. It's just a question of length. The line is looking at, oh, it's cutting a lot. Is it going to get past the guard? Is it going to get past the guard? Or did they wait just a little too long to get on the sweep? Oh, it gets just past the guard and buries in beautifully. Excellently red shot. She gutted that to hold the sweepers off every bit as long as she could and got rewarded with a very solid shot, currently shot behind two staggered guards in the top 8-foot. Well executed. With the hammer, Triangle's response is to try to clear up some of that stuff up front. That's almost always the right answer at this point. Looks like they're going to chip that top guard. They need to be concerned about a jam. Nope, it's going to go through nicely. They skate out as well. That's a nice little split out. Nice little split out peel. I don't think that was the one they were looking to get rid of, but they got rid of one. That's good enough at the moment.
Good enough that yellow wants another guard.
Yep. Gonna put it back and says, good job getting rid of that. Here, do it again. Over on sheet C, we've got a draw behind cover attempting as well. Just short of the house. It might be biting. Yeah, it's short of the house. Just short. Okay, this guard is gonna be higher, much higher. It's gonna be in play. Going to be on the center line, but it's very high. It's a deep one, but the line is impeccable. So now there is a lot of curl in the ice, so they could go for it, or they could peel that second guard. They appear to think they've got. Okay. Brian sees half of that second yellow guard, and so Kiera is saying, all right, let's get rid of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a double attempt. I mean, a double possibility there too. So
Yeah. I'm sure their primary concern is get the peel out. If they can get the double, great. But as long as they get the peel, that's success. I want it to curl a little as they get past that top guard. I think they're going to peel that top guard. They did. And that wasn't the guard they wanted to peel, but they peeled a guard, so that's useful. And it's forcing Robyn to ask Luke to put the guard back, which in a steal situation, she's perfectly happy with playing this game. The danger being if they don't execute a perfect guard, or if Triangle manages to execute the takeout or the double, then Triangle could get to as much as a 3 in this end, which would be a huge game changer. Okay, they put the guard back.
now
Deeper
overlapping this time.
Yeah,
So
that probably is a double possibility.
to double the guards.
Yep, double the 2 guards out. Certainly not gonna get the 2 guards and the shot stone. What I would be concerned about a little bit is if that back of the yellow, depending on the angle, you could lose that red stone that's biting the top of the 12 over to the left. Which
I mean, either one of the red stones potentially. It's a lot of exactly.
It's a lot to deal with, but you got to do what you got to do. You got to get rid of that yellow right now. That's the priority. Worry about getting rid of the other team's 1 before you worry about trying to make your 3. It's gonna pop through. Didn't get both of them.
And the shooter gets out of the way.
Does get out of the way though, so it's an acceptable peel. It's actually a very well executed peel. So I'm sure we're going to see. Hey, I got an idea. What do you think, Ken? Want a guard?
Yeah, I think maybe a yellow guard would be nice.
This is not a recording. I mean, actually, technically it is, because that's a thing that YouTube does do for us. We have a commentary on the Park Energy, keep your energy.
Someone cheering on Big Park Energy.
So cheering on Big. Okay, so Big Park Energy has a fan on the stream. Awesome. Welcome to the show. All right. So speaking of Big Park Energy, first skip stone from Robyn Signorelli is on its way. She's looking for a guard because she's perfectly happy to guard. This might be a little hefty. Sweepers say it's slowing down. Now they're putting a broom to it. It might be I think that's more of an angle play than a weight play. They cannot be happy with that at all because they've just opened up a double. And that is why you play the peel a guard, they can put a back guard back, hope that eventually the guard will be missed. And that was a much stronger shot than she wanted.
I think we've got last yellow on sheet D.
Yellow on D, okay. Yellow on sheet D. Yellow is currently shot. They were trying to draw in to put a second one in there. They just bapped that other one out. Yellow is still lying 1 behind a lot of protection, frankly. I don't know what how red deals with that yellow right now. I don't see anything that I would want to take on. Okay, so the answer is we're going to do a very high, very wide raise. I mean, that's it's the shot they've got. I don't blame them.
So on sheet B, they're over curling.
Oh, but 2 reds do go. So yeah, okay. So that 3 I was talking about earlier is no longer on the table.
Yeah, the double possibility on the yellows is still there, but
yeah.
yellow's guard.
Yellow's gonna be like, hey, I got an idea. Let's guard.
Can't guard everything, but at least guard the double line.
I mean, they're perfectly content with a force. So I gotta believe that Robyn's going, okay, I came out of that exchange. I won that exchange. So.
Oh, red was very close on D.
Made the effort, didn't quite get there. Yellow does get the 1 to go up 7-1.
Yep.
7-1 after 4 rather. Over there in one of those A event semifinals. Again, those teams are fighting for the possibility of going to nationals in Seattle.
So on sheet B, I'm guessing they want to tap back their yellows, break them up a little bit from where the room was.
That's an interesting idea. Okay, I don't blame them. I don't think this is going to do that, and it's also not going to guard. It's going to overcurl for a guard. Is it going to get deep enough to? No,
that's not doing anything.
Okay, red has a shot for 2. If they can execute that double, and there is not a guard in the way this time. So, straightforward-ish appearing shot for Kiera O'Donnell. If she can do this, she's got a decent chance at getting 2. Because I think, frankly, if she noses that top yellow with enough force, it happens. The lines are right. Should work as long as she gets to the nose with enough velocity. Coming out of the hack, the stone is on its way.
And this is hammer, so.
It is hammer time. Stone's on its way. They're trying to scrub
again,
it a little bit. Yeah, I believe you're correct. I think we're just going to chip the 1. Yep. So gives up a steal of 1 to put Big Park Energy up 4-3 at the halfway mark here in the Potomac Curling Club. Draw 17, Kayser, GNCC 500 Championship Mixed Bonspiel.
So Big Park Energy being Schenectady.
Yes. The 5th team from Schenectady. Schenectady 5. So Schenectady came down in force for this event, which actually they were posting a lot of stuff on social media through the week. The teams be here supporting each other, having a grand old time. We thank them for their attendance.
So this hammer on sheet C.
Yep.
Yes, it is. And it's attempting to deal with it's just actually they're just trying to draw to get to the tie. They need to be full 4 foot. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I really can't see because the sweeper's over the stone. That looks probably good. That's fine.
Touching the
That's
button.
beautiful. That ties that a game up after 4. The Everglides tied with controlled burn over on sheet C.
And on sheet A now it'll be hammer.
Which they're looking to just nose hit that stone on the button to take 1. The concern here is if they miss, they give up 2, or if they roll too far, they could conceivably give up 2.
Or 1.
Or 1, good point. Sweeper's on it pretty quick, working it hard. Both sweepers are on it now. It's a line concern. They're past the top guard, I think. Yes, they are. They've got the hit. How far is it going to roll? Too far. Red 1. Red 1, so that's going to go up 6-1 over there in that A event semifinal after 4. All right. All of our games are now in the 5th end of 8, scheduled for 8, and all teams are on pretty good pace. Yep. They have 47 minutes before it's finish the end you're on, and that's it, right?
Yep.
It's finish the end you're on.
Yeah, so the clock starts with an hour and 50 minutes.
Basically, it's meant to make the games pretty close to 2 hours long.
Yep.
But at the moment, if all the teams play at reasonable pace, they'll get into that 8th end.
Yep.
So they're managing the time very well, which is good because all these teams, whichever one of these teams goes to Seattle for nationals, and actually 2 of them at least will go because one team's already qualified, and then all 4 teams in the A are eligible. So they're going to be playing on the national level shot clocks where teams have a certain amount of time and all that kind of thing. So learning to play expeditiously now will do them benefit later. Just chipped that guard. That's actually going to be a tick line violation if they want it. And they're
Looks
putting it
like
back.
they do.
So they do. Okay. So for those of you who may not be fully aware, the centerline tick guard zone rule is a relatively new rule in curling. It was put in place for the first time previous season. During free guard zone time, if a guard stone is touching the center line and is removed from the center line, isn't removed from play, just taken off the center line or even promoted into the house, it is a violation. The team whose guard it is has the option. They can either take the result if they want, perfectly fine, they can accept the play, or they can have this shot stone removed and the guard replaced, which is what they chose to do in this case. It was a rule primarily put in place because the elite level curlers, the Schusters, the Dropkins, the world champion types, have just gotten just too good at doing peels of guards without removing them. So therefore, they were just kind of pushing them off to the side. They just said, okay, nope, center guards get to stay. At the 5 and under level, it has made for some interesting situations.
So sheet B, Red trying that same hit that threw a little too much last time.
And it's a little, they're going to get the back one.
Yep, I think that's what they're aiming for.
So they are now sitting shot in the top 12. It's pretty early in the end still, lots of stones to come.
Yellow calling for the hit on the red. Personally, I think I'd go for the draw. You don't have hammer, but
they're playing a if they don't have anything in the house, they can't score 2 strategy, which is valid.
Yep, that's perfectly valid.
Although they're going to miss this on the outside. So that is the tricky part about playing shots with small margin of error is you have a small margin of error.
They're just calling for a wide guard, I believe.
Yeah, basically guard the hit that was just attempted. It looks like she was narrow. Yeah. So what's it gonna?
Now
what's she gonna end up
tap
with?
it back, maybe. But
yeah, I think they're gonna chip the top guard.
Yeah, they're on one of the yellows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, they're not even going to hit it hard enough to. Well, okay, chipped it a little bit, but we're no longer in free guard zone time, so that's acceptable. That's legal.
Well, it actually does.
It helps.
Guards the red a little bit. Yeah.
It guards the red a little bit. It also makes that center line. That center line is you're not doing much with the center line right now, unless of course you're the yellow skip who is asking their vice to draw one in behind things on the center line.
But why that side?
I would have come the other way.
I mean, there is a lot of curl on that side. At least there was.
And they've been doing most of the throws over here, so she probably just feels more comfortable with the line and the ice.
We'll clear the red. It's going to be close.
I think I heard her say she thinks it's past it. She is past it, just barely. Oh, actually, she did rub. There's a slight rub.
And yellow is shot.
Yellow is shot. Yellow is behind the cover from my angle, I think. Yeah, it's exposed a little bit, not enough to concern about. So that's why she went from that side, because she knew what it was going to do.
Yeah, I mean, yellow's not directly exposed from the hack here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you are a right-handed thrower.
Which it appears that Brian is, yes. But there's also plenty of room to get to the top of it for a freeze. But a freeze is not a game you really want to be playing when you have the hammer. You know, appears that they think they've got enough they can tap it because he's coming at it. I don't know that they've got enough weight to get there. The line looks fine as long as the break doesn't develop too quickly. The sweepers are on it, making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's going to tap back the
It's
red,
going to tap
which
back
works.
the red, which
works
might
too.
be enough if they put enough into it. Not quite.
But it does line those two reds up for a nice tap
For
back
easy
later.
tap back later, yes. Yeah, basically right now, if they tap that top red with just 4 foot weight.
Yeah, a tiny bit more than they
That'll-
just threw.
Yeah, exactly. Because they really only need to get to the inner edge of the 8 foot, and it becomes the shot stone, and it would be behind at that point 4 guards. So not impenetrable, but challenging to penetrate.
So I think they're just calling for the same thing again. That same draw again.
That same wide draw, sit on that yellow in the back. Maybe a little bit lighter to bring the scoring zone down just a little bit more.
Yeah, Skip's actually pointing at a guard, so I
Okay.
guess they don't want that double tap back.
Or,
no, is it?
or,
No.
or they're guarding the draw line.
Oh, I don't know. That Skip's running all around. I'm not sure what they're looking at now.
I think they were just guarding the draw line, and
Yeah, little.
the tap back is definitely guarded now. So the tap back is not a thing. I mean, raise tap is an option. I wouldn't necessarily want to play it, but it's an option. I mean, frankly, if they can make contact with the top of those reds with the right weight, they can't miss that second red. They're too close. That is not what they're doing. They're drawing around very wide, drawing around the whole kit and caboodle. Still sliding out. It's not cutting back yet. I don't know that they left themselves enough time to get behind everything. And they've also given themselves too much weight. This is only going to go through the house. Yep. Totally through.
Yeah, so that wide line is often a little bit slow, but once you've thrown a couple of rocks on it, it can speed up again, and so that can kind of throw you off.
Yep. I don't think they anticipated that one quite correctly. I think I just saw a call for a guard on that draw line. Or is Robyn calling for a scoring draw? That line, it could be either. It could be a scoring draw or it could be a guard. Could be either. All right, we're coming up on, we're in skip stones over on sheet D. And it's a confusing house at the moment. Red is line 1. Mount Rushmore trying to figure out a way to stage a comeback. Yellow is in a pretty strong position otherwise with the 2, 3, and 4 shot stones.
Well, except there was a red coming in now. It's going to change something.
Let's change something. It's
Yeah,
not going to change the 2. So yellow is now 2 and 3. Yep.
Okay, so here's that wide yellow here on sheet B. And it's just going to be a guard. Guarding the draw path.
Guard the draw, which is perfectly acceptable when you're in a situation where you're trying to steal, or force at least.
So now we're
red
going to
does
start
have
looking at the draw on the other side.
All right. Well, you've been saying for 6 stones now that you think the other side is the way to go. So I guess it's time to find out if you're right.
Yeah, our A semis show the very big difference in philosophy on how to play this game. One game has almost nothing in play, and the other one has almost everything in play.
Yeah. I haven't been paying much attention today, but I'm pretty sure Josh over on sheet A, because having played against him, I know his game. He's like, he's started to play at the scoreboard because he has confidence enough in his team that even if he gives the other team a 2, it's fine.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing he wants to avoid is don't want to give up a big crooked number.
Yeah,
So-
Josh always likes keeping things clean, even
Yeah.
as long as unless he's
Exactly.
he's still got a lot. So even in this case, he's calling to peel that yellow guard. Even though that yellow guard is guarding his rock, it's a yellow rock. He wants to get rid of
yellow rock.
it.
Yep, he's playing the scoreboard, and that's the correct answer. This is
Yep.
he's in the semifinal of a regional qualifier. You do that.
And he's been to nationals once before.
That's true, and they did pretty well.
So the
I
red
don't remember
drop.
where they placed, but yeah, I think they did okay.
I don't think they broke to playoffs, but they lost out on playoffs in a tiebreaker, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
So the red draw on sheet B, unfortunately, went a little heavy all the way to the back 12.
So yellow is still shot. I mean, if I was yellow, I'd put one right in the top 12. Or
Yeah,
I'd be
or
yeah. Or the
biting.
guard that he just looked at is also acceptable.
I mean, I would like biting the 8-foot. It's a 2, but
Sure. But I mean, even if I just do it, yeah, just barely. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to accidentally throw it too deep and get in here to the 4-foot where the other team can.
yeah,
Get to it.
if it's going to get to 4-foot, make sure you get it buried.
Yeah. So, and it looks like Kiera. Nope, I'm sorry. Robyn is basically doing about what we were thinking.
So
All
on
right.
sheet D, the
Hammer
hammer,
on D.
is that a hit? Yeah, looks like hit weight.
Why? What is he doing? I don't understand.
Nothing.
Correct.
Yep.
So, I mean, good news for red. They got one.
I think it was just trying to, no, chipping the red. The red was already shot.
already
yeah,
shot.
okay, well, yeah,
So,
I don't know
good
what
news,
that
bad
was.
news. Good news, you got one. Bad news, you're down 7-2 after 5.
Yeah. He did no damage with that shot.
Right.
So this is last, or the red hammer coming up
Yep,
on
hammer on
sheet
B.
B.
So yellow is currently shot. So red has been distinctly forced. The draw, I feel like the draw. Oh, no, that guard looks better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you-
It looks better when you look at the sheet than when you look at the overhead.
You need to move the red back. Is pretty much your only shot at this point.
Yeah, or you could conceivably draw around it, but that's a very wide shot. So I feel like
Yeah, I
they're-
mean, you
it
need
looks
to-
like they're doing it with the promote.
Yeah, the draw around it probably is there too, but it's a very narrow
Yeah.
window of where you can
Yeah.
put the rock.
I like the raise better, definitely. It's got way more of a chance, way more room.
And a large window of where it can go. So you just gotta get a little bit on the outside of the nose.
Yep, Kiera's stone is on its way. The dice have been cast. Let's see what happens. Sweepers just got called on it. I think it's a weight call, maybe a line.
It's over curling.
Line-ish.
It's
It is
past the
over curling.
nose.
It's past the nose. Is it going to be past it enough to draw? No. And yellow steals one to go up 5-3 after 5. Big Park energy from Schenectady, Albany, and parts New York. Over triangle.
So hammer on sheet A. Just trying to hit and stick for one, I believe.
Yeah, that's all he's got. Actually, he might even want a blank.
The
He might-
blank,
he-
that's right.
He
Well.
probably prefers the blank at this point. I mean, either way, he's at least got to get rid of that yellow. Absolutely. Cannot give up a steal here. Sweepers got on it fast. It's because the stone's already moving. Stone is already moving. Is it going to be a miss? It's going to.
Oh.
Wow. That did not go well for
Yeah,
him.
In
so
the end, they were trying to curl it off enough to get a little tick off the other red, but didn't quite make
Yep.
it there either.
Yep. So Potomac team takes another steal of one, goes up 7-1 after 6.
After 5.
After 5, I'm sorry. You're right. But he's definitely starting to think about, okay, what am I going to be doing this afternoon? It's
So-
not clinched yet, but
So sheet C is the last sheet left here on the fifth end.
And it's a confused house. The Everglides Skip getting ready to throw his final stone. Yes. and is having to deal with a 3-stone, well-guarded pile in the middle. Looks like he's either just trying to outdraw it, or maybe he's going to accept if he bounces off the red that's in the 8-foot and kind of rolls into the middle, it's at least a viable cut down. That feels like draw weight. Based on the release, the sweepers got on it quickly. That looks like a line call more than a weight call. Now they're trying to push it. That's definitely a line call. I don't know if Brian's got the line right. He's at least going to tap to probably take out 1. So it's probably currently 2 red. And he's exposed enough, a perfectly thrown shot could take that yellow out and give red a 4. So
do you really have that? Well, I guess
it's really pretty much it's there. There's nothing guarding the line. So really all it takes is probably a hack weight, cross the face, kick that yellow off. You're going to spin out enough stone. The shooter ends up very close to the button, and you just take 4. There's nothing in the way of the shot.
Yep. Just don't throw wide.
Yep. Yes. Throwing wide could be a problem. There is danger here. But what's that phrase? The opposite side of the coin of danger is opportunity. Something like that. So the stone is on its way. Control burn, throw in their stone. You also got to watch out for too narrow. That's not an issue here. It's coming. It's starting to kick. If he gets past the guard, he's got it. He did not. A brush. Oh, what's that going to do?
So
no damage.
Change. Yep.
No damage. Red gets 2. So controlled burn going up 5-3 after 5 there. Now that game might not go 8. They have 29 minutes left to get into the 8th end. That's tight. All right, while we were watching that, we've gotten 4 stones into our 6th end here on sheet B, with Big Park Energy up 5-3, 2 center guards. Red has a corner guard out here to our right. Nothing in the house as of yet. Big Park Energy attempting to fix that, drawing behind the cover into the back 4-foot, back 8-foot. Yeah, it's biting the back 4-foot. It's a perfectly acceptable shot for the situation. They're very happy with that. Triangle's 4th stone to the end? Yes, 4th stone at the end is on its way. They were looking to kind of do a freeze to that yellow that was just delivered.
Squeeze them
Does it
by
squeeze
the guard?
past the guard? If it gets
Yep.
past the first one, it's going to get past the second one. Nice work with the sweepers.
Oh, excellent draw.
That's pretty.
Oh man.
The only problem with that draw is they've got hammer, and by putting a stone there, they've kind of locked that yellow in the back 4 in, which means they got a very small scoring zone to try to get big numbers. It's a good draw, don't get me wrong. It's what they wanted to do.
Yep.
I'm just, it's cut off some options for later that they may kind of want.
Right, and Triangle's calling to sit on that one, so if they manage to sit on that one, then
Yeah.
it really cuts down.
Yeah.
Looks a little heavy.
Yes, it does. That feels like it's going to zoom past everything. Well, it's starting to bite. I don't think it's cutting enough. I I don't think it's going to freeze on the top of it. It's going to be back 8, back 12 even. It's kind of just creating some back. Oh, did it actually slide all the way through?
Nope, it's still hanging
Still
on the
hanging
back
on the back end? Okay.
Still biting the edge of the 12 at the back.
All right, so now it looks like Kiera is playing the gentle tap game, which
Also had a gentle tap there on sheet C.
Yep.
That's given a house that looks like this. If you've got the team and you've got the skills to do it, a gentle tap game is really strong. So basically, what she's trying to do is she's trying to take this red shot stone that just got delivered, and just barely nudge her current shot stone. She wouldn't even mind a freeze to it, really, but it's going to be heavy for that. And
That's way even heavier than the yellow one.
Are they going to get enough cut to touch that yellow?
Just enough to move it out.
Moves the yellow out. The red is still in play, but
still biting the rings.
Just barely biting the rings. Really serving more as a trip hazard than a scoring stone at the moment.
Oh yeah.
And as somebody who has almost gotten a concussion falling over a stone like that, I hate those. I hate those with a passion.
I've seen my fair share of skips trip over those ones.
Yeah.
Even as recently as a couple weeks ago in men's league.
I believe it. All right. Luke Lagace's stone is on its way. I think they're starting to play the, okay, we'll concede the 1 game, which is perfectly fine. And when you're up by 2, you're getting to the late game. The other team has hanger, conservative. Okay, I see what they're doing. That stone, where it is, sets up a fairly easy flop take on that red.
Right, use your own yellow to
Yeah.
to whack that red out of there.
Yep. So that's, which it looks to me as though Kiera from Triangle sees the danger, and I'm not sure if she's taking that red out or if she's putting a guard in front of it.
I think she actually called for a draw. It's still trying to tap back their own red.
I thought I saw her as though she was doing something with that yellow stone, but that may have just been a line call. Hard to say. It's definitely light. It's certainly not a take. I'd argue this is guard weight.
Yeah.
I'd argue this is on the top guard.
It's on the top guard.
Now, is it going to get it? Is it going to bounce in to be a useful guard after hitting that yellow? Is it going to have enough to? Not really. No.
Yeah. So I
guard,
don't know if the double is not sure that's there. I don't know if you can get the weight on it that you need. You definitely can get to the inside of that yellow and get another one in there. It's still the call to make.
That's definitely what the broom is showing.
Well, there's still discussions.
She's not coming out turn, is she?
No, she's just talking where they want to hit it.
Okay. Because if they were calling it out turn on that, I was gonna question everything I knew. Okay, so they want to get that. They basically want to catch the inner 10% of that yellow stone on. What do you think? Think board weight gets the job done?
Yeah, I mean you don't need a lot of weight, so I mean you don't even really care about getting that red out and having a yellow right in there. Even if you don't move the red at all, you're still doing okay.
Sure.
But if you manage to move that red like 2 feet, that would be really nice.
Sure. All right, stone's on its way. The sweepers are not on it. It looks like she's thinking that she's got the guards, or is she just?
She just wants to make sure she gets
it's
past
just a
the
line.
guard.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's an interesting movement line call. She's not going to get to the inside.
Nope. Basically right on the nose.
But they are gonna they use that
trading
red.
biters on the back.
Well, so what that does do is that gives them 3 in the house. If they can deal with that red stone, they've got a lot of pointers right now. That is a big if. Also, red has hammer. So, and okay, hey, let's see what the other side of the sheet does. What do you think? looks like triangle Brian is being asked to draw the outturn. Yeah, the outturn to tap that. I think they want to. Oh, that broke hard.
Yeah, it's really curling into
What's
the
that?
yellow.
What's that going to hit?
Yellow
Is that going
guard.
to get the center line yellow?
One of the yellows. Yeah, center line yellow.
What's it going to do after it does that? It's going to pop that over there. So what that did do is that made it so that bounce off the yellow into the red is no longer a thing.
You're right. And they're not like lined up in any way useful.
Yeah, you're not getting there that way.
Now you could double out the reds, the red that they just threw and the shot red, but
yeah.
If you're confident on your hit, that would be a good call.
That's a long double.
That is a long double, and there's some jam possibility, and there's lots of potential ick there.
Yep.
Little tap back going on sheet C.
Oh.
Is that going to go too far?
It's going to go too far.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Too much.
All the way to the back.
All the way through.
Yep.
Maybe, maybe not. Yep.
Yep. There it goes. They looked at it for a second.
I think the skip's boat said, I don't want to trip and fall.
Well, while we're waiting here, we could look at sheet D.
And I don't blame them.
I don't have enough time to digest sheet D. There's what's going on there. We got
last
4
red
guards.
on sheet D coming in.
Yellow currently sitting 2, maybe 3. Red throwing their last.
Yeah, yellow sitting 3.
And that's not going to change that.
No.
Is yellow sitting 3, or is that red in the top 12 better than that yellow in the back?
It very much looks like it's 3.
Okay. I believe you. You got a better angle than I do. So that means yellow's going to have a draw to, I mean, they don't have to shake, but that would end the game.
Yeah. now, okay, I say it's 3. If you were to throw down the actual measure tool, you never know because the pin's not necessarily totally centered.
True that.
But based on the positioning of the rings, it looks like 3.
That is interesting.
So very high guard here on sheet B.
To take out the, well, no, because why would they, well, no, yeah, to make it so red can't try that. Well, I don't know why would yellow guard that? I don't understand that guard, I'll be honest.
Maybe they're just trying to guard the draw path in general.
But
Or
yellow is the one who wanted to yellow would be the one who would want to do that red thing. Unless they're playing the, we'll concede the 1.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I think they're conceding the 1.
I think that took away the possible raise of that red guard into the center without.
That's true. And over on sheet A, sorry we're not giving that game much attention, but it's going precisely as you would expect a 7-1 game to go. There's nothing in the house.
Yellow can score 2 here with
Yellow
the hammer.
can score 2. But that's going to make it a 7-3 game after 6. Josh is probably okay with that. Red trying to draw into that back. It's got a chance now.
It's
going to
handshakes
be a
on sheet D.
little too heavy.
So the yellow came up short. So yellow scored another 3.
3. But that's
the
enough.
4th came up short. They don't care.
Yeah,
Still
so
handshakes.
That's game over on sheet D. Gates of the Arctic wins 10-2. Gates of the Arctic, being the Triangle 4 team, defeats Philadelphia. So Triangle still has a chance to be in that national finals.
I do.
Philadelphia will be playing in the D event.
Do want a little shout out to the Mount Rushmore T-shirts they're wearing.
Those are solid shirts.
The shirt is a picture of Mount Rushmore, except all the faces have been replaced by the players' faces as children. So it's a pretty funny shirt.
Yeah. I also like that on their jackets they've got Ben Franklin on the shoulder patch, which makes sense. Philadelphia, it completely makes sense. Oh, sheet C was going for an angle take, missed that, unfortunately. Okay, they finished the end over on A. I did not see if yellow got his draw for 2 or not. Yellow on B here is just continuing with the we'll concede the 1, it's fine strategy. putting up another draw.
So Red Hammer, they're just gonna try drawing in another one. I don't think it's there, but the way things are cutting, I can't say that it's absolutely not.
So what they could do, and this is a 2% shot, but okay, they're looking at the other. This is a higher possibility.
Yeah, you can get 3 that way.
Or even just 2. Just raising that red over here on the right-hand side, about a foot short of the house, maybe 16 inches short of the house. They're trying to angle raise that into basically what they need. They need a solid touch of the 4-foot. So that's their largest, that's their highest possibility chance. Stone is on its way. Sweepers are really just kind of keeping it clean. They're not doing anything big on it yet. Now they're totally off. I think they're trying to cut it a little bit. They are going to touch it, but I don't think they're going to touch it right. Well, it's moving. No, not enough.
Not quite. No,
Red
worth a try.
Yeah, it was absolutely a valid effort. Just did not quite work. They did get the 1, make it a 5-4 game after 6. They're going to have to hurry to get 8 because they are under 15 minutes. And this game over here on sheet C,
Hammer.
Red throwing, no, not Red Hammer. Yellow has hammer.
Sorry.
Red's
right,
last.
Red's last, yeah.
Red up 5-3, currently has the shot stone. They're trying to get rid of the yellow, which could leave Red lying 3 rather. That is definitely the correct play. And that game is almost certainly only going 7 because they're going to have about 12 and a half minutes left after 6. And there's no way. I mean, you can play an end in 12 minutes, but you can't play an end and score a 4 or 5 in 12 minutes. Did they get it or did they slip past? They slipped past.
Oh, right through. Okay.
So yellow has cut red to 1, has the hammer. Do they have a shot to do anything with that shot
I mean,
stone?
they run back the yellow, the center yellow.
Actually, yeah. Or they could be looking at tapping that up.
And if they can get rid of it, they can score 2 if they happen to stick, but that's the run back, the center run back is the only way I could see to do that.
Okay, I don't know if Brian knows that he is short of time here. He needs to think, he needs to get moving here because at best he's going to be tied. If he can somehow make a 2 out of this, he's tied without hammer in what's going to be the last end. Alternatively, he may be realizing, okay, this is the next to last end. Take your time, it's fine. Figure it out. He's also kind of known for taking a lot of time to consider all the angles. It's a wacky shot for 3 if you want it.
So Dylan, you can add sheet C to the second screen if you want.
Oh, yeah.
So there is a wacky shot for 3, and they're considering it. So what they're thinking about doing is they're going to promote that center promote on that yellow. They're going to try to, at the very least, if they hit the red that's biting the 4 and get it out, they at least get 2, which would tie the game coming home. It's not impossible if everything goes their way that they could pop the yellow into the red and have the red chip out that red in the back there enough that they get 3. It's not impossible. I doubt they're calling for it, but that would be a happy, if it happens to work out, hooray. Missing this puts them in a bad way. They'll be down 3 in what will almost certainly be the last end. right, Stone's on its way. It's got a solid weight. Sweepers are keeping the line. Oh, now they got called off. Now they're on it hard. It's over curling, I think. Oh yeah, it's over curling a lot. Oh, please don't. Okay. It does not. For a second, it looked like there was a possibility of messing up the one. Nope, they're giving up one red. So it's 6-3 control burn over the Everglides after 6 of a game that is almost certainly only going 7. All right, so our 3 games that are still playing are all in the 7th end. Our Sheet A game, Joshua T is over the Yosemite B Curlers 7-3, and playing a clean, don't give the other team an opportunity game. Unsurprising, Yellow's still fighting, but that's starting to look rough. Over here on Sheet C, starting the 7th, and this will be their final end, because they're just starting the 7th and they've got 10 minutes to play. Controlled burn up 6-3 over the Everglides. And the tight game is our feature game on Sheet B. Big Park Energy 5, Mount RushMO 4. They're well into the end, but tight on clock, so this might be their last end. It's hard to say.
Over curling, it's going to hit the red. Can it run back the red?
It's going to run back the red well enough.
Oh,
but is it going to chip through? Oh, that changed all of the things. Yellow lying 2.
But the shot rock is exposed.
Yep. Both of the stones that are currently scoring are exposed. I mean, I don't think that if they're in a situation where they're going after that one of the edge 12, weirdness has occurred. But
unless you're trying to double. And I don't think they'll go for the double.
I mean, it's there. I wouldn't want to do it, but it's there.
Calling for a draw here on Sheet B. For Yellow to just get another one in the house.
Sure. Because right now they're in a situation where they do not have no, they do have hammer. I'm sorry. They have a 1-point lead and hammer. And a game that is tight on the clock. So a draw is fine because a complicated end is a slow end, and a slow end ends this game after this end. So they have hammer in the last end, which is also powerful. Drawing in. They're in the gap between the 2 guards.
Yeah, looks good.
It's going to be a guard, though.
No, it's coming in.
You think? No, it is coming in. Okay. Yep, you're right. It's coming in. It's coming in behind the.
That's right where she wanted it.
That's
she wanted it high.
That's fine. It is exposed a little bit on the left, but not enough to be concerned about. It's going to be much easier to hit the one on the outside over here on the left, so we're going for that. Stone is on its way.
Looks pretty good.
It's going to get the hit the moment it's on the outside. Yeah, it's going to roll out a little bit. It is going to stick around.
Out counts the yellow biter.
That counts the yellow biter on the other side. So that's good for red.
So I think Skip's calling to put it back. Is that right?
Probably.
Looks good so far.
It's coming, starting to cut.
Yeah, I think
Starting
this be
to
a guard.
cut. Okay, they're past. They are past the guard. Oh, they rubbed. They rubbed the guard. Now it's definitely a guard.
Yep. So
it's fine.
So the other yellow from the hack, you get almost half that you're seeing. So
yeah,
there's definitely a hit. You
Definitely
lose the
going after
shooter.
it. Yep.
You might actually get that long double if you get it.
Yeah,
just
actually,
right.
this is if you were going to go for it, this is how you would go for it.
It's not a lot of weight, though. Not enough for a double weight.
They're not. They weren't seriously considering it.
They don't even have to because the Reds out counting it.
Yeah.
They have a biter.
They
And
do. They got the hit part. They rolled out and
Yep.
They got the hit. They lost the shooter. They knew they were going to lose the shooter. So red is lying 1. That would tie it up. Dylan, I saw you reviewing the Spiel rules earlier. If this turns out to be a tie game, is it a skip stone or is it a ninth or is it another end?
It's even weirder. They play half an end. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody throws 1?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it said.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a total of 4 rocks, though, for each team.
So
That is, I've never seen
2
that
rock,
before.
2 rock free guard zone?
I didn't look that close.
But yeah, it's a huge advantage to whoever has hammer.
Yeah, the first 3 rocks played will be under the free guard.
Okay.
Zone.
My inner official is cringing. Okay.
So is mine. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, and if that ends in a blank, then it's a loss for the team that had the hammer.
I think
All right, then.
I did see one game last night where it was actually the team that did not have hammer actually won that 4-end. But other than that, I think it's always been the team with hammer.
That's intriguing. I'll put it this way. That's intriguing. Which is a problem to worry about in 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Because we are throwing skip stones over here on sheet B. So it's not impossible that they could get there. And I see Jamie Belafontaine is out there keeping a close look.
Hammer on sheet A.
Hammer on sheet A in this end.
And
Joshua T takes 2.
Nice hit for 2, yep.
I'm assuming we have handshakes there. Yeah, we
yeah.
very much do. All right, so that's the final. Both of our A event finalists have been determined. Joshua T beats Yosemite Curlers. Final score of 9-3. So they will be meeting the.
Well, we're still the control. Or sorry, the.
Yeah, they'll be meeting the triangle team in the final.
Yep.
Sorry, yep.
So with those games being done, I think we'll go ahead and close down that stream. So everyone can hop over. If you were watching our games that were on A&D, you can hop over to our coverage for our B and C games in our other stream to watch out the end of that. And otherwise, we'll only have one stream for the next draw.
Yep, because we only got 2 games on the ice at 10:30, I think is go time?
10:15.
10:15, okay.
So if you're on A and C, you can either hop over or we will see you back for our next draw.
In about half an hour.
Yep.
All right. So we are working our way through the skips stones here on sheet B in this very tight, close game. Getting a little nervy, and the skips are taking their time, as they should. But what that does probably mean is this probably turns well. Yeah, this is probably the last end.
Here's an interesting thing. One of our viewers in the chat has said that Mount RushMO has already played 2 half-end tiebreakers.
Okay, so they are an expert in the format.
Yeah.
Called how they do? Did they win them both? They must have won at least one of them because they're still in the B.
Yeah. So don't know if they've won both. They didn't. I would not even know if that's even noted on the draw.
I was assuming that that the commentator who on the feed would know.
If you do know, Matt, please let us know.
All right, so yellow put up a guard, which is the correct shot, because they're in a situation where right now yellow is lying shot, and that is a game-winning stone for them, almost certainly.
So red's last rock this end is coming in, so they got 2 minutes to throw 2 rocks, basically a minute and a half to get these 2 rocks off.
They will probably they might make the 8th end.
Yep, unless the yellow really sandbags this last rock. But
so Matt chimed in. He said they lost the first one because they did not have the hammer, but they won the second one when they had the hammer.
That makes sense. Okay, that
red rock
just
going
kind of
through.
red rock
Yellow's
kind of went through. Yellow has 1. They played the draw for 2, probably. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Okay, she's coming down.
Will they be nice and throw before the clock runs out?
It looks. Spirit of curling, they really should. It would kind of be a. It would kind of be a moderately dirty way to win the game. I mean, legal. Don't get me wrong, but she's coming down expeditiously. She'll. Looks like she's taking the effort to get it done. Her front end is telling her to take a second and breathe, but she's going to get the stone off.
And the end is considered complete when.
Okay, we just got official word from Jamie, who is the clock monitor. They can throw an 8th if they want.
So it's when the last stone is released.
So we are good. They are on. They are on time to throw 8 if they want it, which they probably will, because I don't think this is going to score a second. It is not. Yellow takes 1. It is 6-4. Big Park Energy over Mount RushMO. They have the clearance to throw 8. Jamie has notified the skips. We are going to the final end.
Okay.
As opposed to the sheet C, we're in the final end now.
Yes, because they still have half an end to play. Well, not quite. They still have 5 rocks to throw. Yellow currently has 1 in the 8-foot. They need to score 3
to tie.
They've only got 2 more available, 3 more, because they've got 1 in motion right now. And they do have a couple guards. I mean, they're not in a hopeless position by any stretch of the imagination. They've got to make both of their remaining stones score, or use them to promote or whatever. They've got to make 2 more points out of their 2 remaining stones. But that's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. Controlled burn has 3 opportunities to get rid of a stone, basically, or 2. Two opportunities to get rid of a stone.
You're looking at running back the red into the yellow?
I mean, that makes sense. Because even if they don't successfully get the hit, it clears the path to go at it with the next one.
Yep.
So
even if they wildly miss and take out a yellow guard, they don't mind that either.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you don't add a guard to the pile.
Which I'm gonna bet there is no way this will be slow enough for that to happen. I would bet big money that this stone is not going to be guard weight.
Yeah, the odds on that are,
Yeah, you're not getting that book in Vegas.
Nope.
Yeah, this is definitely not a guard. It is on its way.
Yeah, not going to curl enough to get the yellow.
No, but it does peel the guard, which that's adequate. Because yellow cannot afford to throw a guard right now. The absolute most that yellow can do that would provide is they could put something that is just barely on the top 12, because they also have to get out count there. There's a red stone back in the back 12 over on the far left that's taking a biter of the 12-foot out of play.
Yeah, looks like they gotta get at least 3/4 of the rock in the blue.
Yeah, and those guards are far enough in front of the house that there's no real significant chip-on options. They're a little too far to really make that. I mean, you try it, don't get me wrong, because you try.
Yep.
But it's not really realistic. So the Potomac team, Joshua T. The Potomac team, the Everglides, is in a hard way at the moment.
Well, at least they're not in a time rush, because
they have all the time they need.
So draw here on sheet B, trying to get behind the guard, but it's fully exposed.
It's got a corner behind the guard, but only a corner. Red trying to figure out how to make 2 out of this. And actually, where that stone is, a lightweight tap back flop over to the center line is perfectly fine. And it looks like what she's called for. Stone is on its way.
I don't think it's going to curl enough to hide.
And it's starting to come pretty severely. It might. You were saying?
Oh, well, okay. It's not fully buried. I'm not completely wrong.
All right. Brian Nist, or if you're paying attention to his name tags, Ned Flanders is throwing his first skip stone. This pretty much has to be scoring at the end of the stone. I mean, there are some options if it's not, but one thing it absolutely cannot do is go through the house. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it's gonna. It's gonna chip the one under better cover, but it's totally exposed out there in the outside. Yep, controlled burn, sees that, and is going for the hit, which is absolutely the correct shot.
Okay, and that not quite exposed rock here on sheet B did get hit, so.
Okay, so it just wasn't quite hidden well enough.
Yeah.
It was hidden, just not enough. All right. Stone on the way, looking for another draw in behind. No, they're not. I don't know what they're doing. What are we drawing? Because
I think they're trying to draw behind the corner.
Oh, they're drawing behind the corner guard. That makes sense. Okay.
Because they do have hammer. That has hammer.
Good point.
And they need to score
and
two.
they need to score two. So, yeah, that does make sense.
It's a little heavy, though.
That is
I
a
think
lot
it's
heavy.
going through.
I feel like that's going to go through. That's gliding through. First end, it might have slowed down in time, but here in the eighth end where the sheet's been warmed up, that's through. That's through all day. So that stone's not going to accomplish the goal.
So last red rock on sheet C.
Last red rock. A hit doesn't clinch a win, but it makes their odds very likely. Looks like it's got Comet. I don't know. Did she chip it? Got the hit? Yep, enough. Okay.
So how are you going to split in two here? Yeah, I don't see it.
You
With
try.
one rock?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to split something in and sit the shooter.
Which is a problem because the overlap of the three, the angles aren't there for a traditional split.
No.
Could you...
We need to ask AI this.
Could
and see
you?
if
Yeah, okay, yeah. Hey, Google.
I don't know if the laws of physics allow for something to work, like this to work.
Sure. Okay, so you throw one of those 4,000 RPM spinners at this guy. It's going to kiss off this way. It's going to roll in off this.
Here,
Is that an option?
yeah, we do have the telespader. Yes.
Remind me how to do that.
Just open the web browser.
Now, for the record, this is not a realistic shot, but here's what I would do. And if you ask anybody, they know I do the stupid stuff.
The telespader.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Okay,
so what I'm saying is you throw high spin, high speed at this yellow guard on the center line.
Need to click the stream one bottom left.
Oh, right.
We're playing with toys.
Yeah, sorry.
They're having Brian's having a long conversation trying to figure out what to do. So we got time.
And then go ahead and draw on it. It's frozen, but it'll still work.
Okay, so we're gonna take that yellow stone. We're gonna have a high rate of spin on it. We're gonna kiss it off the deeper yellow guard, which is then gonna end up roughly over here, and that one's gonna spin in there. You're gonna get three. Everybody's gonna be happy. Go back to live because Brian's about to throw. And he's calling a line that would do something roughly what I'm talking about, frankly. So yeah, he's going for the Hail Mary. It is definitely a Hail Mary, but you try. You fight until you're out. The stone is on its way. Basically, he's hoping to chip his yellow guard into his other yellow guard and have two of them roll onto the rings. He's got contact. What's going to happen after that? He's got contact. He's got touch. That's heading in the right direction, but not going to make the angle. Only one of them.
And
so
there's the shakes.
There's the game. That's game. 6-5. Control Burn moves to the B event finals.
Is that 6-5?
It was 6-3.
Oh.
Yellow scored 2.
Right. That was the actual hammer.
Math is hard.
Sorry. I thought Red still had. I thought Red had the hammer for some reason.
Yellow has hammer. So that's the final there. Valiant effort, just comes up just a little bit short on the last try. So all we have left is our feature game on sheet B to find out the opponent for Controlled Burn. Controlled Burn came in from Albany. So it's possible that if our Yellow Rock team currently with the lead, Big Park Energy holds on here, then we could have a all Central New York final. Ordinarily, we'd say they came down to escape the snow, but that didn't happen. Sorry about that, guys. We promise much better weather for the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, March 19 to 22nd, 2026.
Say Red Rock came up short, so it's looking like steal may be possible here.
Yeah, and steal isn't even necessary. All they have to do is hold red to 1.
So they're looking just to guard the red tap back, I believe.
Probably.
Looks heavy for a guard. I think that's draw weight. If they tap that red over a little bit, it can work too, as long as they don't knock it back directly.
They're going to tap. They're definitely going to tap. I don't think they're going to tap it with enough energy to be a problem.
Yep. Yeah, that's well, kind of. Yeah, I think that helps.
Exposes that yellow on the button. Where are we at? Yellow has thrown 6, which means red is getting ready to throw their last vice stone. Brian O'Donnell being asked, I believe, to sit and roll under on that yellow stone just behind the button, or on the back button.
And I think it's all over the yellow at the moment.
Stones are cutting a lot late, but not this much.
Not that much. It's definitely on the
yellow.
yellow.
Not that much. It's going to promote that yellow in. It is going to demonstrate it had the right weight. There are now two yellows in the 4-foot, 1 yellow splitting the 8 and 12-foot. Yellow is feeling pretty good about their chances. Red has 2 more stones and has to create 2 points, which means they basically have to make draws in work, and yellow has to make some misses, and yellow right now is doing the I ain't gonna make a miss. They're looking to guard up the draw path, which is absolutely the correct call.
Yeah, I mean, having another one in the 4-foot would be fine too.
Actually, I would argue a guard is better than another one in the 4-foot. One of the 4-foot becomes dangerous if hits and chops and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, but it still makes it because they need to score 2. If they need to score 1, yeah, but you're right, a guard's better. Or top 8, top 12.
So I was just informed that they're going to have the strongest sweeper competition on sheet A here in a minute.
Ooh, that's right. I heard that we acquired some sensor brooms, and the folks over on sheet A are getting ready to go for the strongest sweeper. Who is the strongest sweeper in GNCC mixed 5 and under division? Okay. Yellow just.
Yeah, that also hung wide. Things are running a little straight out there.
So this gives yellow an opportunity. If they come at this, and it's exactly what they're looking at, they come at these 2 yellows in the back 4-foot, catch the inner side of the one on the left, roll over to the other one. Actually, they're looking to do the hit. I would contend that freezing to that second yellow one is better, but works either way. And at the speed they probably have to go, they're probably not going to freeze. It's probably going to be a hit. They could take both of those yellows out, or at least freeze to that second yellow. Mostly behind cover, it opens up a possibility for them to get there too. It's very much a long shot, but they are very alive if they execute this shot.
And even if they get the 2, they have that 4-rock end without hammers, which is they'd have another challenge.
I'm not saying I like their odds.
You need to get past this first. But.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying I like their odds, but they're not 0.
And about that strongest sweeper contest that they're going to do next. So on the next draw, which starts soon, is only going to be two games going on.
Right. They're going to be on B and C, as I understand it.
Yep.
Oh, then fortunately they chipped that guard. That.
Not officially the game, but very likely.
I don't see a shot to make 2 out of this. Yes, I do. take that red in the top 12, hit it really hard, chip off that yellow, spin in, double out those 2 yellows in the back. You score 3, you win.
Oh, get rid of all 3 yellows,
Yeah.
or at least move them all to the back 12 or
Yeah.
something, outer 12.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, yellow has a shot first, and if they put this in the 4-foot at all, it's game over. Because the problem at this point is not so much the stones in the 4-foot. You could double those out, or triple these out, or whatever. The problem is that yellow that's straddling the 12 and the 8-foot. You can't. There's nothing that's going to get rid of all of that at once.
Okay, well, they took away the draw path, but the draw path
Draw
doesn't
path
help
was-
red at all.
Yeah, that
So-
wasn't the shot that they needed to defend. All right, let's see here.
Okay, so you're saying that they need to hit
I'm saying they need to hit
This
their
rock
their yellow stone
into this.
bouncing off that, go in, kiss off. Nope. Unfortunately, in order to make it work, they got to kiss off this one first and then roll to the other one.
Okay, so
It's
this rock,
that rock
to
to
here,
there, to
to
there,
here.
to there.
There. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's pot. That's
with
not
a lot
what-
of weight, because you
but
got to
that's-
move 4 rocks.
But that's not actually what they're doing. They're trying to triple out the 3. That actually can't work. Even if they hit this perfectly, that yellow stone that they're about to hit will end up in the 4-foot. So that will not work, unfortunately. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, frankly, even the shot that I was just diagramming wouldn't work. But all right, the stone is on its way for the Hail Mary.
Yeah, I think it might just be a nose hit on the yellow.
It looks like it's going to be. It's going to be inside nose, but that's not going to help. Unfortunately, it's going to.
Oh, it's going to grab their red first.
That did not work at all. Yellow 3 wins 9-4. All right, thank you for your time, folks. We will see you back here in a few minutes. Basically, as soon as the ice prep guys have had a chance to do their ice prep thing for the C semifinals. So see y'all in about 15 minutes.